The air hung heavy with grief. Incense smoke wafted through the hallowed halls of St. Peter's Basilica. Mourners from around the world gathered to bid farewell to Pope Francis, the spiritual leader of the Catholic Church. Among them stood two men, their faces etched with solemnity, their presence radiating an unspoken tension. They were Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, and Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. Their paths crossed in this unlikely setting, a stark contrast to the battlefields that defined their recent interactions. The funeral of a man of peace became the backdrop for a meeting shrouded in uncertainty. The world held its breath, wondering if this somber occasion could pave the way for a thaw in the icy relationship between these two leaders. The weight of the situation was palpable. All eyes were on them, even as they tried to maintain a facade of normalcy amidst the sea of mourners. The future of Ukraine, it seemed, hung precariously in the balance. The relationship between Trump and Zelensky had been strained, to say the least. Their interactions were marked by a series of public disagreements and diplomatic faux pas. One could argue that their differences stemmed from their contrasting personalities and leadership styles. Trump, known for his brash demeanor and unpredictable pronouncements, often clashed with Zelensky, a former comedian turned wartime leader known for his charisma and resolve. Their most infamous encounter occurred in late February 2025 during a televised joint press conference. What began as a routine diplomatic exchange devolved into a heated argument. The two leaders traded barbs, their voices rising in anger as they clashed over issues ranging from military aid to NATO expansion. The argument sent shockwaves through the international community. It exposed the deep fissures in U.S.-Ukrainian relations. It also raised serious questions about the future of Western support for Ukraine in its ongoing conflict with Russia. Despite the history of animosity, a glimmer of hope emerged from the solemn setting of the Pope's funeral. White House spokesman Stephen Chung described the unexpected meeting between Trump and Zelensky as very productive. While details of the conversation remain undisclosed, sources suggest that the two leaders discussed a range of pressing issues. Central to the discussion was the contentious U.S. ceasefire proposal. This plan, met with fierce opposition from Ukraine, would require significant concessions from Kyiv, including ceding control of territories seized by Russia. Zelensky has repeatedly stated that such a proposal is unacceptable, as it would violate Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Ukraine, for its part, has put forward its own counter-proposal. It calls for a complete withdrawal of Russian forces from Ukrainian territory. It also seeks reparations from Moscow for the immense damage inflicted during the war. The stark differences in these proposals underscore the challenges in finding a peaceful resolution to the conflict. As the world mourns the passing of Pope Francis, the unexpected meeting between Trump and Zelensky at his funeral has left observers with more questions than answers. Was this a genuine attempt at reconciliation? Or was it merely a carefully orchestrated photo opportunity designed to appease international pressure? Only time will tell what, if any, tangible progress emerged from this somber encounter. The road ahead remains fraught with uncertainty. The U.S. and Ukraine must navigate a complex web of geopolitical interests and deeply held grievances. The stakes are incredibly high. The future of Ukraine, the stability of Europe, and the credibility of the Western alliance hang in the balance. The world watches and waits, hoping that the spirit of dialogue, however fragile, can prevail over the forces of division and conflict.